Yeah, I mean, I think it was just more of diversification and more of an omnipresent type of
How
approach.
long ago did you start? Like when was this?
Yeah, that's a good
More or
question.
less.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know when I actually started getting consistent on LinkedIn. I would say it was probably like 2021-ish, maybe.
Okay, so quite a while.
Yeah.
Like before the
Y-
change, because I think the change. Like when was that purchased by Microsoft? So
I think it was maybe before then.
before that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
because
not
then I
sure.
think
I'm not sure.
it's
Yeah.
then when they made the shift towards like this whole social thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I don't quote me. I mean, I think it was around that
Nah,
time,
sorry.
but yeah. I mean, so my rationale was simply just to diversify my channels. So, like at
Hmm.
one point, my only channels that I had were obviously Google was my number one.
So we were at
Uh,
Google Plus, and then you shifted to LinkedIn.
yeah, well, no, I mean, not even Google Plus, just Google search in general, just like
Okay.
just Google search, organic, and then email. And those are I only had those two channels for a long time. And then the third channel I added was YouTube, which I started about the end of 2017, 2018 was when I started YouTube. And then once I felt confident on you, like going back to hacking algorithms, once I felt confident on YouTube and I was like, I see kind of how this works.
Hmm.
Then I said, all right, I'm going to add another one to my repertoire. And that was LinkedIn. And
Hmm.
I kind of added back then Twitter, now X, but I added those kind of at the same time. And I'm still trying to figure these platforms out too, right? It's kind of a moving target all the time, but I have a pretty good idea of what works on LinkedIn at this point.
Hmm.
There are some certain styles that tend to work pretty well. So yeah, we can talk more about that. But my motivation was basically marketing, lead generation, business growth,
Yeah.
really.
Makes
So
sense. Yeah, so
yeah.
like it's just one of the channels for yourself. And was it more for the academy or just anything in general? Just the yourself, just push your
I've
brand
always,
presence.
yeah, going back to, I know you're asking about mistakes. And one of the
Yeah.
mistakes I used to make on social media was I treated it incorrectly.
Hmm.
And so I used to view social media as a way to drive traffic back to my site.
Uh-huh.
And that was a huge mistake because what I realized is the way to really do well on social media is to embrace the native content for that platform. Right.
Right.
So you'll see people who try to like use it as a referral mechanism back to their website. That doesn't work. As soon as you drop a link, your content's dead.
Hmm. Yeah. Hates
It's
it. Yeah.
absolute, they hate that.
Yeah.
So there's ways around that, obviously. But the main, at least my objective of social media is to establish authority in my particular skill set, with the intent that if I do a good job, a percentage of those people will go to Google and do branded searches.
Mm,
So if they do branded
beautiful.
searches, then I know good stuff will happen. In particular, here's one little kind of technique that I figured out a couple of years ago. When I create content on social media or YouTube, I'll say, "Hey, I'm the founder of Gotcha SEO Academy." Right?
Mm,
I always make, like on YouTube in particular, I'm founder of Gotcha SEO Academy, rankability, blah blah blah. So what happens is people, well, what's Gotcha SEO Academy? They go to
hmm.
Google, they search Gotcha SEO Academy, and funny enough, I have a Google business profile. So when they search Gotcha SEO Academy, they see all my reviews right away.
Right. Yeah.
So I establish trust. They go to my site. That gives me positive signals to Google.
Chain.
Google says, "Ooh, branded searches." There's a whole thing that gets unlocked when you do that. So I kind of stopped caring about driving like direct conversions or sales or anything from social these days. It's all about just
I
branded
see.
searches. Yeah.
I love it. It's like this amazing guy. Let's call it that way. Neil Patel. Like I remember,
Yeah.
remember when he did this crazy campaign? He got some ladies of Instagram to pull that like "Who is Neil Patel" campaign.
Yeah.
This guy
Yep.
really pulled it off, and there was a lot of branded searches as a result. So you got
Yeah.
like yeah,
Yeah, and
it was
I don't know how effective that was, obviously, because it seemed pretty artificial. But
yeah.
like definitely going for the real stuff is probably going to be much better.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
of course. It's like, yeah, just people just checking out this. But anyway,